For any homework-related queries, call us at +1 678 648 4277. You can mail us at info@databasehomeworkhelp.com or reach us at https://www.databasehomeworkhelp.com. 1. Automated location data on public transit vehicles, 35%. Your company just received a contract to develop an automated vehicle location system for a transit agency. GPS receivers and wireless modems are being placed on all buses in the fleet and will report location data every minute. The agency has retained your company to write the system to display the data in a web-based system. The selection committee thought your proposal was wonderful, and it additionally wanted to interface your system to the fare box on the bus. This would provide an estimate of how full the bus is, which is useful for passengers waiting to board at locations where they can choose to take a different route, or where they can wait for a near-empty bus closely following a full bus. You had written your proposal as a standalone system without the ability to interface with other systems. The project is 18 months in duration, and you have been asked if you can add the extra interface within that time. databasehomeworkhelp.com. Problem. You meet with your boss the next day, who had participated in the final presentations and question-answer period. She believes that you will need to implement the farebox interface to win the project, and that the revised budget and schedule cannot be much greater than those in the current proposal. The two of you discuss it for an hour, and you agree to a 21-month effort versus 18, with a 15% higher budget. You have 8 technical staff members on the project. This is unchanged. Your initial proposal had assumed that requirements were set. You must now develop the requirements for the farebox interface, as well as deciding how to display the bus load information in your system. It's not just the sum of boardings from the farebox, since riders alight at many stops also. These requirements changes take 2 unplanned months at the start, and the additional features lengthen the design period by a month as well, consuming the entire 3 months of extra time. Developing the interface to the farebox goes very slowly. The farebox vendor interface has many bugs since it's never been used before, and you also wind up having to ask for some changes in it to support the tie to the GPS location. The clocks have to be synchronized, logic for handling farebox errors must be developed, etc. The farebox vendor has little incentive to move quickly, and development falls 2 months behind schedule at the halfway point. databasehomeworkhelp.com. QA and documentation staff tell you that it will take them 2 months longer than scheduled to review all the requirements and design changes, modify the documentation, and to conduct roughly double the amount of testing and review that was originally scheduled, because of the many complications in the interface to the farebox. This puts you 4 months behind. The client, the transit agency, is not pleased when you inform them that the project is projected to take 25 months, versus the 21 in your proposal, and the 18-month expectation that they still hold on to from the original proposal. The transit agency demands a weekly on-site progress meeting that requires 2 of the technical staff to spend 2 days a week to prepare, travel to and from the agency, and to give a presentation on project status. This cuts the effective size of your staff from 8 to 7.2, a 10% cut, which you estimate will increase the time to complete by 10% or roughly 2 more months. The projected completion time is now 27 months, and you will overrun your budget by 10% plus the extra travel costs. You are the 6-month point in the project. You meet with your boss to discuss how to complete the project in 21 months and on budget. You have implicitly been using a waterfall lifecycle model so far. databasehomeworkhelp.com. At this point you read the Rapid Development book and tell your boss that you now understand how to manage projects better. Your boss asks you to write a memo, no more than 2 pages, double-spaced, that lists the mistakes that were made in this project, what should be done instead in these areas, and what you would recommend to prevent this from occurring again. Our memo must be well-reasoned and well-written. It is often effective to describe the decision issues and summary of conclusions at the start of the memo. 2. Manufacturing process software, 15%. Your company had hired a large IT consulting firm to build a specialized software system for your manufacturing plants. You had examined all the solutions, but none had the ability to process the unique products that you make. Your products are assembled from a large set of standard components in a custom configuration for every customer. No off-the-shelf system allowed you to track the components, assemblies, and connectors in a way that interfaced with your robotic production clusters. No off-the-shelf system allowed your customers and you to record past product customizations so it could easily be reused in future orders for similar, but not identical, products. DatabaseHomeworkHelp.com. The large IT firm used an agile process. The initial versions of the plant software were done quickly but were so simplified that it was hard for your staff to even comment on them. However, it was taking a very long time for your staff to educate the IT firm on the complexities that the real plant software would have to handle, and initial versions from the IT firm were very weak. The project was scheduled to produce initial software that could be installed in the plant in 12 months. After 6 months of work, it seemed that 80% of the effort had been spent educating the outside firm. No usable requirements, designs, or software had been produced. You meet with your boss to discuss options. Your boss asks you to write a memo, no more than 1 page, double-spaced, to list at least 2 options that you believe will allow the manufacturing software to be built in 12 months. If you feel 12 months is infeasible, provide a better schedule estimate. Briefly describe the key problems to be resolved and how each of your options addresses them. Recommend one option to your boss. Your memo must be well-reasoned and well-written. It is often effective to describe the decision issues and summary of conclusions at the start of the memo. DatabaseHomeworkHelp.com. There is not a single answer to these questions. You should provide a reasoned response, referencing material in McConnell. Cover only the major points. 3. Software installation, 50%. Install Visual Paradigm 10.2, SQL Server Express 2012 and Microsoft Visual Studio Express 2012 for web on your laptop computer. If needed, install Java Runtime software. Make sure that Microsoft security patches are being installed and that a firewall and virus protection are installed. See the reading on the course website for detailed download and installation instructions. If your installed version of Microsoft Windows does not have English as its language, you may have difficulties installing SQL Server Express or Microsoft Visual Studio for web. Check the Microsoft website to see if problems have been reported with your language. We recommend that you use the English version. A. After installing the Visual Paradigm software, perform the following steps in hand in a screenshot of the result. DatabaseHomeworkHelp.com. 1. Open Visual Paradigm. Choose a workspace if prompted. The default is fine. 2. File-New Project. Name it Homework 1. Create blank project. 3. File-New Diagram-UML Diagrams-Use Case Diagram. Accept the default name, Use Case Diagram 1. 4. Click on the use case icon in Tools, click on the editor window. Name the use case Example 1. Repeat, name the second use case Example 2. Click on the association icon in Tools. Connect your 2 use cases with it by holding down the left button on your mouse and drawing a line between them. 5. The output should look like Figure 1 below. 6. File-Save project and exit. B. After installing the SQL Server software, perform the following steps in hand in a screenshot of the result.